So we're going to tell the story of our cat named Uchi from back in the day. He was a mean little Siamese cat.
Yes, he was.
So
Mean.
these are the days when you let cats outside, right?
Yes. But we had lost a cat outside, so we decided that he could go out, but he was going to be hitched to a brick.
So we tied him to a brick.
And then pretty soon he was pulling the brick around, so we switched to a concrete block.
That's not where we put the brick. He could take this across the street to the river and it would look like it was a mafia hit or something. So we hitched into a cinder block.
Yeah. And then after a couple of hours, he'd be back at the door meowing, and we'd let him in just to go use the litter box, and then he wanted to go back out again because he wouldn't pee outside.
So we'd hitch into the litter block, to the cinder block again. So fast forward, something goes down with poor Uchi. He was old. Things happen. And so as parents have to do, they decide, like, we're not going to tell our children that, like, Uchi just disappeared.
Yep, disappeared.
We don't know where he went.
Nope.
He's off on an adventure.
We hunted and hunted for him, but couldn't find him.
So all winter long, we had a second freezer and like an offshoot of the house where we kept the popsicles. So me and my brother would open the freezer, get our popsicles. So I asked Mom one day in the spring,
"What'd you do today, Mom?"
And what did you say?
"I buried Uchi." And they said, "How could you bury Uchi? I thought he died late fall, early winter." And I said, "Well, he's been in the freezer in that box that was in there and all taped shut
next to the popsicles.
And he was in a popsicle box too." They were devastated.
So every time for the past 8 months that we got a popsicle.
Yeah, as long as they opened the right one. And I had put a big piece of tape around the other box so that, they didn't understand why, but I did.
So fast forward a couple years, I'm a freshman in college, and I'm in a class where the professor says, "Tell me things that your parents lied to you about as a child that were legit." I was the only person in that class where he was like, "I think they did the right thing, but then she just slipped up." You never would have known.
But you got a good score in class. Good.
Yeah, I got an A plus.
An A plus. I mean, hey, that was my help. With my help, she got an A plus.
Shout out Professor Thornton. I love that he likes that. All right, we were reminiscing. We had to share that with the world.
Yeah, we had to share it with you. Yeah.
Have a good day, guys.